EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing right away is Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Worthy. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Here's the third-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Grant Delpit up to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They put Kelsey. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
First down throw, Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Mahomes now on second down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Mahomes now to throw again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped At the 25, the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Winston. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he's going to get him a first down here. Across midfield and down to the 45. Once again, it's Chubb. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A second down throw for Jameis. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Winston. That pass to the sideline. Nice job to bring it in and stay in bounds, but still short of that first down.
Best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense of line, and that's kind of a trait in security.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready now for their second drive. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive here. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And 3rd down coming up.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right back to the air from Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Taking a shot for Smith-Schuster.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 4th down, on is the Chiefs' new punter for 2024, Matt Ariza. Back deep is Jalen Darden. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Browns offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
From the gun, Winston. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the...
And he's into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get that complete. That's Justin Watson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And this ball's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-3 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and He's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit, that was really well done.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Pierre strong on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. Left side, he's got Njoku. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
We'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Winston looking to throw. This one caught by Akins. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. To throw, Winston. That's taken in by Chubb.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So, 3rd and short. It's now 3rd and 6. Now Winston. That one on target to Moore. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Fourth down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns extend their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. On the ground, this is Hunt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Patrick to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
This brought him out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and a 2nd down throw for Jameis. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Open man, and that's Tillman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. That one incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs' offense ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that 1st down. A gain there of 17. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. To throw is Mahomes. Now he takes off.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They send the tight end in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. I think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. Third down coming up. Now, Mahomes. Got a man. It's Kelce. Complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Throwing now, Mahomes. Right back to Kelce again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. The field goal unit out here for the Chiefs. This one from 43 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chiefs cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over just before the half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Winston. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Here's Chubb. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. Third and 6. To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Once again, it's Pacheco. Pacheco, first down and more. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Receiver in motion, headed left. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Running is Chubb. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Winston to throw. Now sets up a screen for Chubb.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Yeah! And he'll get a few yards back here on the return. before being forced out of bounds. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a run with Hunt. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They put Kelsey in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Nice job there by Kelsey moving the chains. And to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level, you can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
Mahomes on 1st down. He's got it at about the 8. And he will score. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have 2 guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result. Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2, you just got to catch the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. They run a toss to Chubb. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're in that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get forward for a couple, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. Second down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Well, as you can see on this run, this is a back who is not going to shy away from contact. He actually welcomes it. His ability to run through contact, break tackles, and still have the speed and burst to pick up big yards.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll run right here with Chubb. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on 3rd down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those 3rd down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will cut the deficit down to 2.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Hunt, and he'll get about 5. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Mahomes back. Open man, that's the tight end, Gray. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They put Kelsey in motion. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Mahomes now on second down. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got it at the 3. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue.
He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. They bring Judy in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big game.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll take this forward for about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A second down throw for Jameis. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. A gain of 16 yards. It's a Browns first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fat.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. We'll go play action. It's Winston. To the sideline. He's got more. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll run. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They bring Judy in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Now On comes Dustin Hopkins in a pressure situation. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And a short pickup to about the 30. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 13.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
Mahomes fakes the give and keeps it himself. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They go play action with Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. On the ground, here's Pacheco. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Here's Mahomes. This is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses he throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Here we go. One final play. Looking deep here for Tillman. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They were able to handle the elements. They're going to wind up victorious here in the snow. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
You can do better than this. Like watching